What's good, guys? So I was about to go to sleep or about to tuck myself in and watch the latest episode of House of the Dragon. But, I couldn't leave you hanging with my daily video. So I just had to get back up and post something. I've had an eventful day. I've had a great day actually, from start to end. It's been great. It's been so smooth, and I did what I said that I would do yesterday. I did 1 hour meditation before going to sleep yesterday, and then I did 1 hour meditation when I woke up. Then I did like 25 minutes of qigong. I went out for a short walk, jog. I did some body weight exercises, like some body weight training. I watched a Bully Juice video. I can highly recommend if you want to get your blood flowing and get your daily testosterone boost. It feels good. I can tell. I don't know, if it's the semen retention or if it's the training or if it's the diet, but I feel like I'm, losing some fat and gaining some muscle. So it's great. And the meditation was like the start of the day today. Like today at work, I just felt so in control. Like the issue I've been having this latest week with my urges on I'm now on day 10 on my retention. And this last week my urges have been too strong for me to handle. I've been lusting, I've been so thirsty, just like being, creeping on all of the girls coming into my grocery store, just oogling and peeping and all that stuff, and like after a talk with a friend today, and something that I felt, but haven't really, spoken about is on the damage, that I've caused, by being a creep, and by being so horny, because even though because I've always said, like, how bad could it be, because I would totally appreciate it if girls would look at me the same way as I would look or peep at them. But it's not the case. Like realistically, I know it's just not the case. And I had a couple of interactions like that today too. Just zoning out and just seeing a nice ass in your periphery, and then you're just looking. And as soon as you look, she looks back at you and sees that you're looking. You're like, oh shit. And then I just happen to have to do some work in her vicinity, and like she notices that I'm around and thinks that I'm around to creep on her ass, and I'm actually not this time, and I can tell that she's just thinking about that. She's just feeling very uncomfortable, and I really want to keep that part of me in check, in control. And today I did do a lot better than I have done, this last week. And, better than better than usual. Uh, I don't know. I just felt so in control. I've been in tune with myself and my surrounding. I've been moving quickly, side to side. My replies. I felt like I could communicate to everyone in a enlightened or a high level or what do you call it, elevated way. Like just the small details. The body language. And the eye contact. And the tone of voice. And everything like that. It's just been on point. It's been so smooth. And it's crazy how these small details can boost my well-being like so much, because I felt so confident, so strong, so secure, so safe, in my own skin. I felt more empathetic, more warm, kind, because of it, because if I feel strong, then I don't really need to focus on myself, right? I can just focus on my job, and do what I'm supposed to do, serve. Uh, and this other thing, like I don't know if you guys are into astrology, but like lately, I've been getting more and more interested, and so I knew that I was a Capricorn and an Aquarius cusp, but I didn't really put too much weight on it, like the cusp part, not the zodiac part, uh, because there was a lot of like, is it real? Does it matter? And I've heard like some different opinions, but I've heard people say that it's the sign that you're born. You can't be two signs. But I believe that you can, and a lot of other people do too. So I'm born just in the middle, the last day of the Capricorn period on the evening at 7:30 p.m. So I'm predominantly a Capricorn, but I have a lot of Aquarius traits, and I for some reason I like that. It matches so well, with my with me. Like I feel like because I'm half Swedish, half Somali, and all of this, other shit that I can't come up with now. But it fits my hybrid theme, and some things just made more sense, and they say that like cusp science are a bit like a translator since they speak like the emotional language of all of the elements, and starting out, I know you can't just base things off your sun sign, but it does like some things just make a bit more sense, to why, like, cause I kind of put myself in a box, with the Capricorn thing, or there was just some things that didn't make sense, like the Leo's worst match. I'm like the Capricorn is Leo is a Capricorn's worst match, and my mom's Leo, and we do fight a lot. Like she's the one person who can get me to get the most pissed off. But at the same time, there's a couple of Leos at my work, and I didn't have a problem with them until I found out that they were Leos, and I was like, okay, shit, then this isn't gonna work out, right? But now, now when I know that, okay, that's why I got along with them on some level. It's because I also have an Aquarius part. So I mean, the plot or the wormhole or the rabbit hole, it gets deeper, because I'm in this, I'm in this bitch. But I took so much pride in that, for some reason, being able to be like a translator between, all of the people, and I don't know, and for some reason, like I find Aquarius people very cool, like, and I guess it's just my ego, but you know they're known to be the smartest sign, and I've always felt like I was a smart guy, and I felt like, okay, no one's mentioning the Capricorn as the smartest sign. They're the most hardworking sign. The most disciplined and all of that shit. That grown up boring shit, and that's cool. But I wanted that. I couldn't really. It didn't fit. It didn't fit. Because I do know that I'm smart. So I'm just gonna take that from the Aquarius side, and Capricorns, they're smart too. Don't get me wrong, but you know it fed my ego. All right, it fed my ego, and that's all you need sometimes. And it also makes sense because like my ex, she was a Sagittarius, you know, and they're not the worst, but not the best match for a Capricorn. But now that I know that I'm a part uh, Aquarius, you know, it makes sense because Aquarius and Sagittarius, they're like the best match. And I found that my ex is actually also not a cusp, but she's a first decan Sagittarius. So she does have some traits of the Scorpio. And, you know, as a Capricorn, I love Scorpios. So I mean, you know, it felt like today. It just felt like I got another puzzle piece, you know, on my board, and I'm just, you know, I'm just enjoying this day, enjoying life, you know, looking forward to becoming stronger, to growing, uh, yeah, and continuing this meditation streak. Because I could definitely tell that there was a big difference today, and you know in my presence, you know, I've been very calm, more receptive. I don't know how to like to explain it, but if you guys are into like Hinduism, like I felt like my male energy, my Shiva was on point, you know, and I have been doing some Laya yoga meditation with a mantra for Shiva. So I don't know if that, you know, has any effect, but I was talking to my friend earlier today, and you know it just made sense. Yeah, I could definitely feel it because you know when I've had some conversations with some ladies today, and I could feel my manly energy. You know, my just my I was confident. You know, I was secure in myself. You know, I could be there and hold my weight, hold the conversation, just listen, and you know let the girls I was talking to do their thing, you know, and like kind of blossom. If you guys know what I'm trying to say. And you know I haven't been as thirsty. You know, it's still, you know, seeps out a lot, and it's a part of the, you know, work thing. You know, talking about girls, it's one of your, I mean, my daily pleasures. You know, and I have, you know, partaken in it, but it didn't affect me in the same way as I thought it did, like everyone else. But you know, last week, some days it almost hurt. Some days, you know, because there could be a girl who could come up and ask me a question, and she was, you know, my type. She was beautiful, and we would have this like very intimate, personal connection, just with, you know, with our eyes, and I would just instantly, you know, be hurt because they're gonna leave me, you know, they're gonna leave me, and I'm just gonna be there, you know, thinking about what could have been, should I have, should I not, you know, and I know that I shouldn't, but you know, it makes me hesitate, you know, it makes me waver a bit. But today I haven't been wavering as much, you know. I just been more calm. So today's been a great day. Today's been a great day for sure, and you know I do thank all of my I thank God, and I thank all of my daily routines for that. You know, my meditation, my qigong. Shout out to qigong, man! It's such a great way to start the day. It really gets me going, and some actual training too. And shout out to the process, man! Shout out to the process. Forever grateful. Hopefully you liked this video. Hopefully you learned something. If not, hey, thank you for listening anyways. Hope you guys have a great evening. If you guys watching the new House of Dragons episode, you know, I think this one is going to be good. I'm actually, you know, looking for a bit more forward to this than Game of Thrones. I mean, I don't want to compare, but it's looking really good. This, you know, this series is probably going to be a lot shorter than Game of Thrones, but uh, this season, you know, in season two, it's looking really good. I mean, shit is happening. Anyways, guys, Peace out.